What is going on, guys, right? Today I want to talk about the fastest way to increasing your net worth. So a quick little backstory. I'm not going to give the full specific numbers here due to personal reasons. However, I basically not started this year, but the end of 2020, right? If you know me personally, you know I went through some tough shit at the end of it. The last 3 months were not kind to me. Let's just put it like that. However, at that point, my net worth was around 6 figures. Then, by the end of this year, I am now multi-million, right? I'm a multi-millionaire at the end of this year, which I am super grateful for. I'm happy that I achieved it. Granted, there was a good amount of luck. Thank you, Elon, and all of that. But nonetheless, it happened. So within the span of a year, I went from, 6-figure net worth to basically multi-millionaire. Now, obviously, I want to continue to expand that, and one of the ways I want to do this, because my end goal is by next year, it's an ambitious one, but I do want to reach that $10 million mark or above. So one thing that I started doing throughout the middle of this year, I actually started leveraging, right? Leveraging is the fastest way to get up your income. Now, theoretically, I could have done this all when I was a 6-figure net worth. However, I'm glad I did not, because almost my entire 6-figure net worth was actually in crypto, which obviously, as you guys know, this year did really well. So that's kind of, again, why my net worth skyrocketed, because I've been buying that stuff since 2016, 2017. So I've just been accumulating that. And one thing about me is no matter what position I am in, I do not sell investments, right? You won't catch me cashing out my main crypto portfolio. There's a difference between day trading and portfolios and stuff. But my long term, you won't see me cashing out of that ever. No matter what kind of spot I am in, or anything like that, if my back is against the wall, I will find a way. I will do everything possible. I will literally ask every single person for advice or help or anything before I touch that, right? I will literally be like, dude, I'm broke. Can you, let's set up a contract, let's figure this out, stuff like, whatever it takes. But the way to basically start accumulating that, and this has happened basically since August, that's kind of when it's made. It's been going up, right? It's been compounded kind of, and now it's kind of getting to the point where it's like that. So going into 2022, I'm super excited. Basically leveraging. And one of the easiest way to leverage is, again, there are many options in stock market. You can leverage, you can do margining, which basically, if I have a $100,000 account, now I have $300,000 to trade with, which again is super awesome, because 1% on 100,000 is $1,000 per day. You do that for 30 days straight, that's 30,000. 1% on 300,000 is 3,000. So again, now I just made 90 grand in a month instead of, it's basically 1 month of work instead of 3 months of work, right? Now, again, losses, also, instead of losing 1,000, I could lose 3,000, so take that into account as well. Now, one thing that I was looking at doing, right, I was trying to accumulate rental properties. Now, then this opportunity fell into my lap, for example, the second entrepreneur house. Now, while I was looking for rental property at around $350,000, just so I can get one in Texas down here really quickly, finish that. What actually ended up happening, a couple of my friends were like, dude, I'm done. Again, with the new Omicron and everything in Europe, and now California, New York, again, people are getting sick and tired of basically putting their lives on hold for a couple of months, which makes sense, right? I'm getting sick and tired of it too. I was supposed to be in Europe in November, in Paris, to go to see my place finally, and instead, no, right? I'm hoping to do it now next month, but I don't know. My flight's booked. I don't know if it'll go through, because I'm not trying to go there with so many restrictions and a bunch of BS. So what ended up happening, they're like, yo, can we come down and all of that? I'm like, my house is kind of full right now. So what I ended up doing is ended up getting a second entrepreneur house in a sense. Now, the reason I did this is because, one, I wanted a rental property anyways, and two, it's a lot more fun. It's close by to this one. Can go in between and all of that stuff, which is super fun. But yeah, So that's kind of a bigger, obviously it was a bigger purchase than 350 because that one's gonna, I guess same as this one, have 5 bed here, right? So again, all around the 5,000 square foot range, which again is super nice. However, I leveraged that again, right? I did a 10% down payment, 10% on, the number is a lot less than the conventional 20%. Now, again, that thing is super nice. The interest rate is so low, right? Again, I am under 3% on that. Under 3%. Now, what that basically means is anything else I do, literally anything else, I get a higher interest rate, which is super awesome, right? And the way it's just working is the equity, the house is being paid off. I get my initial investment back in a little bit, right? The house value is going to go up as well, especially in the next year, I think, at least with the housing market. So again, I'm super happy about it. It's not going to be like a short-term rental or anything like that because, again, I know these people, they're my friends and everything like that. So that house is going to be filled for at least a couple of years, right? Until we all get to the age we're like, okay, you know what, like, it's time to start a family, it's time we all go our separate ways, which again, most of us still have 10 years until we have to do that. So that's kind of the good thing. But yeah, leveraging is the best way to increase your net worth because it just speeds up the process so much faster. That is basically what I started doing in this year, right, 2021. I'm in a lot of debt, right, don't get me wrong, right? So again, I'm super happy. But theoretically, if I were to pay off all my debt by the end of next year, I would be in around the $6 to $7 million net worth ballpark. Do I think I'm going to be able to do that? No, I really don't. I'm not really going to shoot for that because also I'm going into more debt. However, most of it is cash flowing. I would say around 30 to 40% of my debt is cash flowing assets, so I pay the debt down while keeping the profit, and then I usually do 50% more into the debt and 50% on the side for emergencies. Then, as well as what I do, right, I keep accumulating real estate, I keep accumulating different commodities in a sense that are gonna, over long term, build my wealth. And yeah, so again, now combining the, New York, the Paris, the Texas one, and the Texas 2, as well as in 2023 I want to expand into a third ENTP house. So again, right, they're all in the about $1 million plus range, which is super nice because 3 down here, 3 million plus, then New York, right, that puts me at around 4.5. So again, right, that's, if that all gets paid off, right there, basically almost 5 million, right? I have close to $1 million in cars, so theoretically, right, 6 mil, just right there, $500,000 in watches, 6.5. So that's like, obviously if I pay everything down, and even if it all stays the same, right, I'd be looking at 6 to 7 mil net worth right there. And I'm super excited about that, right? And that's without me basically lifting another finger right now. That's, if I just keep trading stocks on my computer, I'll basically be at that point. I don't want to just do that. I want to do more, right? I want to keep expanding. I want to get into the Miami rentals and all of that. So that's just one of the best advice I can possibly give is leverage. Now, I know debt is scary. One of my best friends, he's super against it. It took me so much convincing to basically tell him to be like, dude, get a Mustang, get this Mustang, it's gonna do great, you're gonna make this, all of that. I already did the research. I'm like, if you don't get it, I will. And then he's like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna get it because, if I'm willing to put my money on the line, I'm not trying to lose money, that's not my goal. So yeah, worked, he got it, he did end up backing out. I'm like, dude, if you back out, I will pay for it. And obviously that kind of pushed him to keep going, which was super nice. But yeah, debt can be a scary thing. I'm not saying it's not, because again, let's say a crash happens or something. It's like, okay, how am I gonna just magically pay $5 million? Yeah, that'll be interesting. But what's life without a little risk? And again, I do have contingencies in place to kind of help me prevent a lot of these. Which again is pretty nice. I'm not really too worried about any of that. I feel like the max I could default. The max I would get screwed would be around 500,000. So it's not too bad right there in a sense. So 500,000 I could decently. I'd be put in a position to actually sell investments that I don't want to sell, cash flowing in a sense. But again, if I got put in that position, I would. Obviously, because I'm not trying to go bankrupt or anything like that. But again, that's kind of my game plan. That's kind of the best game plan to do, especially when you're starting out, because again, it's a compounding interest effect. It's basically like a snowball. Once you get going and going and going, it becomes so much easier. Literally, I made a 6-figure business, and it took 3 months. In 3 months, I built a 6-figure business, where a year ago, that was my entire net worth after like working for around 3-ish years. So, it's pretty interesting how that kind of correlates. I was thinking about that, and I'm like, wow, I did something in 3 months that took me a little bit, about 3 years. So it's really interesting to see how that works. But yeah, that's kind of the advice I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, best way to increase your net worth in 2022 is leveraging, in my opinion. Leveraging through diversification, as well as leveraging in cash flowing assets, and leveraging in overall net worth growth, right? So again, split that up how you see fit for yourself, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you did, don't forget to subscribe. If you guys want to check out some stuff, click the links down below. There's some free money down there for you guys. No strings or anything attached, not selling you bullshit or anything like that. So it's there if you want it. If not, no worries. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.